Hey guys, welcome back to Japan Arcade Gaming. Today's video I'm going to be doing Sword Art Online, the arcade game, which is obviously based on the novel and anime and manga Sword Art Online. So, let's dive straight into it then. This time, for this video I'm going to go through the footage directly, and then when we're in the gameplay a bit, then I'll explain some of the rules and terminology. So when you log in, this game runs on the ticket system, so you get 1, 2, or you can see there's 5, but actually gives you an extra 1, 6, which is obviously depend on how much money you put in. So it'd be 100 yen 1 ticket, 200 yen 2 tickets, and to get the 6 tickets bonus you have to put 500 yens in. So now we log in into the game itself. The game itself is a kind of adventure game, so it's got a top-down view and you have a set of 3 characters. Here you can see the usual daily login information, so every time you log into the machine itself, and it happens with pretty much all of the arcade machines, it'll give you an update of what's coming on. Since I played this once, about 2 months before, it's given me like a comeback bonus there. Now I'm logging into the card scan, so I actually have a card, so I just wanted to have a look at it and to try scanning it. Yeah, here I'm just trying to get past it and check the other settings out. So that one's import cards, it says at the top, so if you do have a card which has a little QR card on the corner, you can scan it to import it into your game, into your deck. I say deck, but when I say deck, there's 3 characters, so you scan the characters in and you can use them, and then you can also scan in weapons to equip onto them. So here we are, these are the main options you've got, luckily in English, so you can see I chose solo play, you've got an online play as well as cooperative. Here you can see my party, so these 3 characters are actually the ones you start with. Here you can see the scanner showing you can swap it out. I was messed up a little bit, so I was playing around to see what does what, but I think that's just an information screen, so yeah, I wasted a little bit of time there. Here you can see equipped in weapons, so you just click on them, click the X to go back, and it will chuck them in. If you equip an item or a weapon that someone else has, it actually de-equips them off that first person. Here I chuck Elizabeth's shield on, hammer on, but I actually chose the shield off of Asuna, so it unequipped it from her, so I have to go back and re-equip. So yeah, just be careful there when you do that. At the bottom you can see the weakness of the enemies, so there are 3 weaknesses, which obviously correspond to the 3 characters it starts you with. You don't necessarily have to use those characters, and you don't have to be using the weakness every time, but obviously using the weakness means that you're going to be doing more damage, means you're going to have a much easier life. So here we are, logging into the game, going on to this quest. This isn't actually the first quest, but maybe the 4th quest, 3rd or 4th quest, I think it was. Actually the weapons you equipped can be seen, so that's a kind of cool little thing there. Every time you go into this stage, it shows off the characters that you're using, and you get this touch feature, so yeah, you can give your bro a bit of skin and yeah, get going. So here we are in the game, so I'll go through first. I'll go through what you can see on the screen. So at the top left you've got your timer, so your quest timer. Once that counts down, it'll fail, so finish the quest before that happens. Top right you've got minimap, so you can see different bits on the map where you can see where you're going. Basically you can see where the boss room is and where some of the important items are on the map. Bottom left you can see the characters and their health, so you've got the 3 characters. You can see that Kirito's blue, Asuna is green, and Lisbeth is red, that's because the game actually has 3 buttons of each of the colours. So I'll explain attacking because it's kind of unique. So when you press the blue button, it will attack with Kirito, so you just keep pressing it to do the attacks of him. If you then press the green button, you'll switch to that character, so in this case it's Asuna, and it'll do attacks with her. Special attacks, however, as you can see, I've just done one right there, at the bottom right. So you start at level 1, I guess I'm going to call it skill level 1. As you kill stuff, you kind of get this skill experience, which lets you use stronger skills. So all you have to do is press the skill button to use it. Then all the skills have a cooldown, some longer than others, and then once obviously it's off cooldown, you can just use it again. So if you want to use, for in this case, you can see Kirito's got a level 4 skill, Asuna's got a level 3 skill, Lisbeth has a level 3 one. I'm not level 3 yet, so I can't use them. Once you get to the level, you can use it. Simple as that. There's a lot of destructibles around that you can break for items. On the map itself, you can see there's a healing area, like that green circle area is a healing area. There's also challenge areas that you get, so in those areas you just run into them and tap the screen to activate them, and then you have to do some sort of challenge, usually kill something. So yeah, there you can see it says touch, and there's the challenge. So in this mission I just have to kill him. There you go, so it's got 7-8 at the top, kill them all, quest complete, get some money, some experience. You can see I get these player traces. Now they are giving drops at the end. One thing that is on the map, and you'll see, and I guess this one is really important to point it out. When I get close to it, I'll actually directly point it out because it will save you money, at the very least at the start. I'll explain it a little bit before. So there's one object, or what looks like a portal, on the map. If you go into it and use it, it gives you a warning. Now if you use it, it's kind of it's a safe escape basically. You can use it and you can get out, you keep all the stuff that you collected, but you haven't finished the quest. It just escaped you out early, and it keeps whatever items you got there. If you were doing a really hard quest, I can see that being useful, because obviously you'll want, maybe you get some really nice drops and you just want to get out and yeah, keep it safe. So yeah, definitely use it if you need it, but at this point of the game there's like very little point, so because it is not hard enough to make you actually fail. So super important is to not use it too early, but when you're ready, then use it to get out. So yeah, here I've hit another challenge. It looked like it was just to get a 10-hit combo on him, so did that, mission success. The chests do drop these big crystals, and there's also the gold jellies. As you saw, if you kill them, they drop a lot of gold, but they do run away. The spider not so much. Oh no, there he goes. The gold one definitely runs away very quickly, and yeah, it looks like the chest spider, mimic I guess it is, does as well. And there he is trying to fool me, but that won't gonna happen. There you go. So you get these crystals. They call them logs. They actually convert into drops when you get to the end. Now I've got level 5 for my skills, so I can use all the skills I want to there. Yep, you move around using. There's like a joystick, but it's actually a fixed joystick. On top there's like a little how do you call it, like stick, one of those little sticks like you get on a PlayStation controller, so you use that to move around. So yeah, that one that says touch on the right, that is what I mentioned before, that's the quick escape. In this case I actually used it to go back, so yeah, be careful doing that. It takes you out the quest, gives you, as you can see, experience, gives you the items that you got. I got a nice player rank there, and yeah, got my items out of those log crystals, so some characters and some bits and bobs there. So yeah, we'll skip that, and see, save return, we'll skip that and get back into it again. So the game itself plays really nicely. It is actually one of the better ones and one of the easy ones to jump into, since their controls are just the 3 buttons which change them straight to different characters. Then you've got 2 buttons on the sort of joystick. One is like a burst and the other one is guard. So with just those 5 buttons and movement, it's not a super complicated game. Really easy to play. And there's actually quite a lot of English in it, which is not common, but it does make things a lot easier, since you can see that what solo mode, what's online mode, what co-op mode is. Then it means that it's a lot easier to to know what you're choosing. Though obviously the cards themselves are all in Japanese, the equipment's all in Japanese, but the stats themselves are you know, the usual short terms, so you've got strength and vit and so on and so forth. So again, you can work defense and you can work around those really easily. The controls are really smooth. It plays really smooth. Controls are really nice. Unfortunately, when I was playing on this particular machine, the red button didn't work very well. You had to push it really hard and really awkwardly. So yeah, it was really hard to use Elizabeth. Yeah, my Kirito and my Asuna button worked fine. So that was very lucky. That's usually rare that the buttons on the machines themselves don't work. I guess that machine in particular was faulty, or maybe someone really hit the button really hard while they're panicking in the fight. So yeah, I don't know what went on there, but it isn't common to get controls that are actually broken. Usually if you do, you can actually have a word with the staff, which can be easier said than done. But if you use a new Google Translate, or you've got someone with you who can actually speak Japanese, and just explain what the problem is when you're playing, usually they'll maybe put you on another machine and get you some more credit, so you don't lose out on having a bad experience just because you had broken controller. And it means they'll do something about the machine as well. If they don't know the machines aren't working, they can't do anything about it. So here we are in the boss fight. There you go. I've done the was it Starlight Burst. So that one's beyond me. I can't remember the name exactly, even though I know it's Kirito's like #1 skill. This boss fight in particular wasn't very tricky. One thing I did notice, that I think I do it in this fight, if you guard exactly as he attacks, it seems to do something like perfect guard. I think I'm actually going to do it shortly. I was trying to get a nice finish by using this skill to finish him, but yeah, I missed a lot. But there you go, just guard. So I literally blocked just as he attacked. I imagine that you just don't take any damage, and yeah, being a perfect guard and all. Yeah, very shortly he's going to go down. There you go. Standard normal finish there. So again, you get money, you get those log crystals, a chance to get some loot, and that's it. My sort of opinion on the game, really good. It is actually a really nice game to play. This machine, like a lot of the others, has an extra machine, and actually it has a gacha system, so you can pay, you can pay money to try and get good cards, but yeah, like any gacha system, it's very likely there's going to be a money sink. But again, if you want to do it, you can actually do that on the side machine. Next, I want to show you some of the options that you do have. So you can see here you have 3 sort of modes you can do. Now, I never did Trial Tower. It takes 2 tickets to do that one. Maybe next time I play it, I'll give it a go. Maybe add it to the comments, kind of like what it's about. And actually, there's also another mode that I can't unlock until I finish the 5th quest. Now, that mode looks like a PvP mode. They call it defrag. Defrag batch maybe. But I don't know if there's a PvP mode, but definitely I'll add it to the comments if there is, once I give it a try. Anyway, here we're going through, so you got the titles and the usual customization that you can do. You can also synthesize cards and power them up, so you power up your weapons and so on there. Jump into synthesize, so you choose the cards, you put some resources in, and then you charge them up. Here I'm actually doing it, so it gave me a nice little 5-star there, which I can't complain about for just coming back to the game. Though I didn't get the chance to try him out, I will give him a go and see how he is. If he's got a nice attack, I might give that a quick record and check that up as a kind of small video, as it might be quite interesting to you guys. So yeah, here I choose a few just sort of trash cards, and yeah, you get fed in, and he's level 1, and bang, he's straight up to level 6. I think he hits. There you go, level 6. Got some skills, fantastic. Yeah, party assemble is where you can make your party, change the characters. So here I take out my 3-star, chuck in a 5-star. Looks like it's the one from maybe the end of the first series. It's the elf one. How do we call it? Elfheim Online, is it? I can't remember, something like that. So yeah, there's lots of the characters, and they come through all the different 3 VR worlds. I don't know if it's got the 4th one, which is the one with like that Alice and Eugene. I didn't notice any cards of them, but I could be wrong. One nice thing they have there that you might see, if you do want to get some cards like that aren't special, just to have, or you know, just because you want a nice little souvenir or something like that. A lot of these places, so for example this one has it too, they have a book where they have cards in, and that's actually like where people have got duplicate cards and they don't need them or whatever. So if you have dupes that you don't want, you can actually leave them for other people, or if you see a card that you do want, you're actually free to take it there. The book itself actually says communication book, and a lot of these arcades, maybe particular ones, do have books that people write in. You can write messages for other players and things like this, but in this case it's actually a folder for the cards, so you can share cards between each other. Thanks for watching this video, guys. As always, please subscribe to catch the latest videos as I put them up. I'll be trying to do at least 2 a week, though this time it's actually 3 videos. I'm going to a different arcade actually tomorrow, so hopefully I'll get some nice pictures or some nice new videos. So maybe there'll be a little video going up, or even maybe do a little live video. If I do live, it is Japanese time, so it's usually early morning, which means at least UK time it's like way past midnight, maybe 2 AM or so. In USA, I guess the time zones vary, so if you get a chance to watch it, then yeah, please give it a go. Yep, please like the video if you liked it. Any comments, everything is welcome. Yeah, please let me know what I can do to make videos better. Please let me know what you want to see, what games you want to see. Yeah, any sort of comment is appreciated. Yeah, thanks guys, and take it easy.